Alright then. Let's launch this chinchilla. Oh, we're dark again. Alright, fine. Dang computer. It just keeps wanting to adjust the exposure. I don't know why. Do that, and we'll put the brightness up. Sadly, the brightness doesn't make it more intelligent. Like it to. Doesn't always do the job. There we go. Once again, we are playing games with the technology. How are y'all? Here we are again. Alright. Close enough for rock and roll, I think. Yeah. I look decent? I hope I look decent. If I don't look decent, I'm going to feel depressed. So it is Monday. Monday the 14th. This is show number 152. And I had an interesting weekend in that I found myself in the throes of writing 2 new songs. We tune because we like you. There we go. And reviewing a couple of songs that I have written. And so everything today is pretty much all me. So if you don't like any of these songs, well, it's my fault. So there you go. Absolutely no opportunity for me to lay the blame on anyone other than my own silly self. And that's probably the way it should be. So we are going to start. I keep looking at that screen over there, and I see, like, I feel like I'm a little washed out. I don't know. But every time I set it and I think I've got it right, it goes sideways. Fortunately, y'all aren't into this for the cinematography. The first song I'm going to do is one that I did last week, but I'm going to do it again because I wrote it. So there. And it's this one, which is started off as an idea because I have several friends who I don't see very often, but when I do, we pick the conversation up right where we left off. There's a couple of people I haven't seen for literally decades. And I know that at some point, we're going to meet each other in person again, and it's going to be like we'd never left. And I realized that this was such an easy transition to move from that to a broader sense of the conventions and the fairs and the festivals and all the things that make being a great big nerd enjoyable, even if you are an introvert. I'm not an extrovert. I just need an amazing amount of validation. Seem too clear, but the words we say and the people we see make the world a better place. That's how it seems to me. I can't wait to see you again. Yeah, I just can't wait to see you again. For the 30-year conversation never ends. Yeah, the 30-year conversation. months go by, we don't meet face to face, and the messages we send do not quite take the place of the gathering grounds of our happy little crew, and the ongoing banter between them, me and you. I can't wait to see you again, yeah, I just can't wait to see you again, for the 30-year conversation never ends, yeah, the 30-year conversation. We meet new friends and we drink to the old, and this party goes on and it's never gonna fold, for the things we have in common, yeah, we're always gonna try to keep the conversation going between them, you and I can't wait to see you again, yeah, I just can't wait to see you again, for the 30-year conversation never ends, yeah, the 30-year conversation. Well, sort of. It's still new! We're building a community, we're building a crew, and when we get together, that's what we're gonna do to keep the chatter and the banter and the laughter and the tears and the bonds that keep on building and getting stronger through the years. I just wait to see you again. I said, just can't wait to see you again, for the 30-year conversation never ends. The 30-year conversation. Slower. There we go. Some call it a party, some call it a con. I call it the plane we're all living on, when the things we have in common make connections, and we try to keep the conversation going between them, you and I can't wait to see you again, yeah, I just can't wait to see you again, for the 30-year conversation never ends, yeah, the 30-year conversation. Not bad. It's a little staggery in places, but this is a blues A rundown. Because the blues, the A blues, is scales like that. So I figured I need to put a little something there. And eventually I'll get the hang of this. This is, of course, all live rehearsal with kibitzing. Please feel free to kibitz, because if y'all don't kibitz, then I'm just vox clamatia in deserto, one man shouting out into the wilderness, hoping against all hope that there's someone out there actually listening. Kind of like SETI, only with weirder music, I guess. Here we are. Thank you for the kibitzing, Vax. I appreciate it a great deal. Without the kibitzing, it really is, honestly, you know this, 98% of what I do is interaction with other human beings. My day job, I spend a lot of time helping highly trained engineers use our community. You like that? Thanks, Miranda. Yeah. I'm still getting the hang of it, but I think it's a good song, and I think that once I get the hoping for dessert. Oh, lordy, no, I don't want to buy followers. No. No, I don't, spam bots. Bye-bye, spam bot. You go bye-bye now. You go bye-bye now. And you go bye-bye now. And it's lovely to see you, but adios. Wow, my first spam bots. I think that's a milestone. And 3 in one shot. Hot dang, look at that. Oh, hoping for a dessert. One day I hope for a dessert. Vox Clamatia and dessert cart. That's a man shouting into a sheet cake. So, anyway, I do like it, Miranda, and I intend to keep working on it. I think that's literally like the 3rd time I played the song in front of anybody, so I'm feeling fairly positive that I might have a hang of it by the time we're actually allowed to gather in groups again. We will see. We will see. It's like the little tailor, only with spam bots. The little system admin. That's right. Oh, no, they're definitely not, Tom. More obnoxious, actually, because you get absolutely nothing redeeming from them. But I digress. Next song is one of my faves. I've actually added a new verse to it recently. And, let's see if I'm going to have to search for it by the usual search thing here. The good news is that this song, there's only one song with this word in it that's actually on my list. And that is, of course, Platypus Postman. There's the comic right over here from the lovely people over at Cat's Cafe, which is a wholesome and heartwarming webcomic that you can find on Twitter, on Twitch, on Twitter, on Tumblr, and Facebook, and they have their own website as well. And this one came pretty early in the pandemic, right during lockdown, I think. And I think I wrote this like 3 or 4 days into lockdown because I was inspired by it. I've added a new verse in the last month. More platypus facts in the context of postal delivery. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. Neither rain nor snow nor sleet nor hail can make the platypus postman fail. Fish vibes. Even in the flood he's still not stuck, 'cause the platypus postman swims like a duck. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. Even through the mud they can't be beat, yeah, they never sink because of their web feet. Not a dog will chase him or leave a mark, 'cause the hounds are too darn confused to bark. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. New verse. In the gloom of night he'll safely walk, 'cause the platypus postman glows in the dark. That's right. It's the darndest thing that you've ever seen, for the postman's bioluminescent green. Try making that scan. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. In the coldest rain they won't demur, they're protected by their thick coarse fur. Post carriers on the scene, only one of them is a mono tree. Platypus postman. Platypus postman. Believe in the platypus postman. He's got my man. Platypus postman. Pretty ending. Platypus postman, that's correct. Platypi are one of 4 now that we know of mammals who can generate bioluminescence. Green are platypi. There are a number of others. Also, yes, I do know that platypi are venomous. They're not poisonous. They're venomous. Believe that, yes, because they have venomous claws. Venomous claws. I don't believe platypi are poisonous. You'd have to ask somebody who tried to eat one and to find out if they got real sick. But that's science right there, folks. So, my goodness. The next one that I'm doing is another one of mine. And it's inspired once again by something I saw on the internet. This one over here, as a matter of fact, or this one over here, I got to point the right direction, because I'm in a mirror image, because I'm looking at myself backwards as far as y'all are concerned. And the posting is, yesterday, only the males have venom. All right, stabby bit that is venomous. Just the guys. Just the, of all, if you're gonna arm one or the other, I would say you probably want to arm the females, but that's just me. But in Victim of Physics, I love this thing because this is what inspired the song. Yesterday, I scalded my hand at work when boiling water sloshed over the side of the mug. I made some joke about being clumsy of this kind and to the kind scientist who was offering me first aid. He then looked at me in the eye and said in the most serious tone, "We are all victims of physics." And I thought that is as good a title for a blues tune as you're going to get in this context. And as such, I wrote Victim of Physics. Now, I will be honest with you, I cheated a little bit. I went the physics term website, because, you know... Anyway. Well, I'm a victim of physics. Gravity just gets me down. Well, I'm a victim of physics. Inertia's pushing me around. My coefficient's so close to zero, I'm a laughingstock in this town. Well, I'm a victim of physics. No lever could be too long. Well, I'm a victim of physics. My weak force just ain't that strong. I get no emotion from motion for the duration of this song. I lost that primal spark. My quarks don't want to work. I'm so darn disconnected I can't even work a tuning fork. Oh, baby, I'm as sad as scientists can be. I gotta call myself peerless, 'cause not a single peer will review me. Well, I'm a victim of physics. My vector's a crooked line. Well, I'm a victim of physics. Relatively speaking, I don't feel fine. I got a single detection theory, but it can't resolve while I still whine. Well, I'm a victim of physics. My life is out of scope, so sound the alarm. Well, I'm a victim of physics. My quark's the only thing that has any charm. I can't attract another body, just got my entropy to keep me warm. And it's degrading. Well, I've gone fishing for some light. My future's not so bright. I search for the event horizon, there ain't a single one inside. Oh, baby, I'm like a cathode that's just plain stuck. It ain't centripetal force, baby, it's my life. It just plain sucks. I have a number of blues tunes, I just realized that. Some of which I've written, some of which I cover. I'm doing a lot more of my original stuff, because I'm just like... I look at my little notes thingy here, and see how many songs I have written in the mine category, and finished, unfinished, and a possibility of like a couple of duplicates. 81 songs? Even if I've only got half of those actually finished, that's 40 frickin' songs. That's a lot. I'm still concerned by that, actually. But as we all know, I can't turn this off. This bingo ball machine in my head, things just randomly happen. And every once in a while, two ideas stick together and they come out the chute, and that's how I write songs. So, the last one I'm going to do today is a brand new song. And I had the chorus tagline for it long before I had the rest of the song. But once I had the chorus tagline, writing the rest of the song didn't take much time at all. This is a song I was trying to write when I wrote authentic Irish, traditional Irish gibberish song, which is an okay tune, but I was being a little more clever than I probably should have been. It's still good, I'm still getting the hang of it, but it doesn't have a lot of what you look for in a generically Gaelic tune. This one does. This one has sorrow and regret and fairies and angst and yelling, also glitter, and food and beverage. So, covers all of it. The name of the song is, in fact, that's only part of the title up here. The full name of the song is I Couldn't Run Away with the Fae ran away from me. I decided to live with the fairies instead. So I found me a circle of space I had known. When I pled my case, the fairies had flown. My dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. No, I couldn't run away with the fae. The fae ran away from me. It's sad. I went to a mushroom ring out in the field, left cakes and honey and hoped it would yield a chance to keep my world and live with the fae. Cakes, honey, and fairies were all gone next day. My love and adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fae. The fae ran away from me. Melody? Something. The queen of the fairies, she heard my lament. In a big cloud of glitter, she popped up and went. We've heard your petition, but have to say nay. Stop begging to get us to haul you away. My dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fae. The fae ran away from me. You know we've been watching, you're known far and wide. I said that's a bit on the stalkerish side. You can't live forever, but you can visit, you see. But remember the caterans, BYOB. My love of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fae. The fae ran away from me. I asked why I could not flee into the fae. She said, for you, boyo, that you can't go that way. She said, you are a rare one, but we'll tell you true. Immortal life's complex enough without you. My dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fae. The fae ran away from me. One more time, sing it. My dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fae. The fae ran away. The fae ran away. The fae ran away from me. Whew. Two observations. One, that was not how I wrote the melody. However, I kind of like it. Two, those are the words. The chorus is, my dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. I couldn't run away with the fae ran away from me. 3, when I first wrote this, I had a tendency to try and sing it as a country song. And a lot of that was the fact that I just had to draw. Thank you, Ashley. Yeah, I'm kind of digging the song too. This is going to be another one of those earworm songs, I think. Because I read it as, my dreams of adventure had all blown away. The problem was quite plain to see. Oh, I couldn't run away with the fae ran away from me. Or something like that. But I went up. Hardy, 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 in the traditional craptastic Yorkshire / basic fair accent in California / drunken Gordon Lightfoot manner that I appear to have sung it in. I will continue to work this song and practice it and perform it and play it. And by the time we're all allowed to be in a place together again, hopefully I'll be able to have you all sing it with me. And we'll be able to cause people to pass beverage through their nose. I'm also very pleased with the Queen of the Fairies appearing in a big cloud of glitter. That was an inspired moment on my part, I think. Yes. And so we have come confused, but somehow in the right place at the right time. To the conclusion of another Troubadork Non-Commute Show, show number 152. It's up there. On the 14th of December, I have been told a number of things. In fact, I've just been realizing that the next couple of weeks are going to be very complicated for many of us who observe Western holidays. But I'll get to that in a moment. We'll do the paperwork first, and then we'll be good. Tip jars are, of course, as always, paypal.com/theadequate. Venmo @theadequate. And I want to thank Eric and Robert and Rick and Emily and Miranda for tossing some bucks in the bucket. I want to thank my bewilderingly, gradually increasing number of patron pals for continuing to support adequacy in our lifetime in a way that continues to startle me. I'm not going to lie. I'm just some doofus with a couple of stringed instruments and a brain that won't turn off. So the fact that y'all are willing to throw money at me is still just awesome, frankly. And I want to thank, I got to read the list because there's a lot of you. Austin and Chris and Teppo and Shane, Cascuro and Linda and Ann and Stephen and Rob and Alicia and Relly and BK and Kaylee and Richard and John and Brian and Lorene for being my party on, party down Patreon patron peeps. The $2 a month level is the beginning level of the world's cheapest advertising budget. As you can see here, as the ad for Paper Angel Press slides on by. And by the way, speaking of Paper Angel Press, I got some paperwork this weekend and signed it and sent it back, which means that the gears are now beginning to turn for, one, the republishing of Artisanal Gibberish Volume 1 under the Paper Angel Press imprint. 2, the publication for the very first time of Artisanal Gibberish Volume 2. I have had enough stuff to make another book for about a year now. Actually, over a year, about 2 years almost. And they're going to start working on that as well. They're going to also help me distribute the audiobook, which I am recording and hating myself for writing all those dang words down. And ebook formats and stuff like that. Now, those of you who do Patreon stuff, the stuff I'm giving to my Patreon peeps is not affected by it, and I'm allowed to do that, continue to do that, and I'm going to, because y'all are awesome, and I think that that's worth everything. So that's patreon.com. And I can also order copies at cost so we can send them out. It's okay. We have a plan. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure we have one. So that's patreon.com/theadequate over there. The archives are all living over here, facebook.com and twitch.tv/TobiasTheAdequate. It's the Tobias the Adequate fan page, and Twitch keeps about 2 weeks worth of shows up. YouTube.com/MPLEGARE has the Troubadork playlist, which is caught up till last Thursday, and now it'll fall behind again. But everyone's had a fallen behind during this pandemic, so why should that be any different? SoundCloud.com/Matthew-Laguerre has a lot of my recorded stuff, and by recorded, it's me and the microphone over here, and Audacity, and not a whole lot of mixing and stuff because I'm not that good at it. I am looking into what it would take to record an albumin. Probably a producer of some kind, but we'll see. And Ask Philo has one more episode, which you will find over here at anchor.fm/theadequate this Friday at 1 a.m., episode 13. For the first season of Ask Philo. There will be more. And if you haven't heard Ask Philo, they're about 10 minutes each. So if you need to drive somewhere and it takes about 2 hours and you've got Spotify on your phone, you can look up the Adequate Podcast and play the entire run, and then your trip will be done. So, that's how I caught up with Night Vale, and QI's no such thing as a fish. So, hey, it's worth a shot. Anchor.fm/theadequate over there. I want to warn you all that Thud Bucket, yes, drops on December the 20th. And in fact, we are now almost sort of kind of listed on Apple Music, but not quite. We drop on the 20th. That is 6 days from today. We are doing this distribution through CD Baby. And we're going to go out to all the streaming services. And we're working now on the second video. The first video was Ominous Positivity. The second video is either going to be Plague Rat or Praise Hail Nothing, depending on how clever we get with the technology that we have. It's interesting to try and do this when we're half a continent apart and there's only 2 of us. So we'll see how that goes. If you have not checked out Ominous Positivity on YouTube. Do check it out. It's under Thud Bucket, spelled like that. It's worth the time, I firmly believe. And that, my friends, is everything. My nose really itches, and I know I'm going to have to go digging in there, but I don't want to do that right now in front of y'all because it would just be weird. So I won't. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Take care. I see the sun slowly rising on the horizon. There are things, a strange sensation in my chest. Could this possibly be hope? It might be. Let's nurture it. Let's nurture it. Let's make it grow. My kind of hope is the kind that gets dirt under their fingernails and ain't afraid to bring a baseball bat to a fight. Y'all have been wonderful. I've been Tobias the Adequate once again. Thank you all for encouraging my behavior, and I will see you next time. Y'all take care. Aloha.